When middle-aged women cheat, when do they want to stop? 3 unfaithful women speak the truth. How long do women cheat before they end it with their lover? Ms. And, I'm 45 years old this year. I cheated once. The affair with that man lasted for more than 3 years. It wasn't until last year that we finally ended things. Afterward, I no longer wanted to continue with someone else like that. I returned to my marriage, even though my relationship with my husband was fractured. Life at home is quite cold, but I don't want to get involved in that again. I was deeply disappointed when I saw the true nature of that man. He only saw me as a toy to satisfy his physical needs. Ms. Sarah, I'm 43 years old. I've cheated before, with more than one person. At that time, I lived a very shallow life. I always thought a woman's worth was in being worshipped and loved by a man. But later, I realized it wasn't about being more attractive than others. Some men, like flies, don't care if it's rotten meat or fragrant flowers, they'll still come around. So over time, I realized that outside of marriage, there's no true love, only mutual exploitation. Eventually, the excitement faded. Ms. Lisa, I'm 39 years old, and I've been cheating for several years now. The relationship is incredibly close and intimate. If I could continue, I definitely wouldn't let go. But when my husband found out, he made me choose between my lover and the family. Even though my relationship with the lover was good, my husband and I didn't have major conflicts. It's just that at our age, things had grown cold between us. But in the end, I chose my family. Even though it was painful, I knew what I did was wrong, and my husband gave me a chance to come back, so I had to take it. Women with these traits are more likely to marry rich men. Check if you have these traits. Women with these characteristics enjoy wealth and happiness. Charming lips. Having pink and healthy lips is a good sign. There's a saying, a man with a wide mouth is prosperous, but a woman with a wide mouth brings ruin to the house, meaning women with wide mouths aren't lucky. Even if they marry a rich man, wasteful spending habits could negatively impact the husband's career and family wealth. But if the lips are too small, it might also harm the husband's finances. A good mouth shape is considered one that's neither too big nor too small. Balanced nose. In face reading, the nose is linked to wealth. A good nose shape indicates prosperity and a rich life. Women with balanced, well-proportioned noses often have good luck with wealth and are likely to marry into rich families. However, women with small faces and disproportionately large noses may be wealthy themselves but might not. Full chin. A full chin with some flesh is another indicator of a woman likely to marry a rich man. If the chin is sharp and lacks flesh, she may struggle in her career. Beautiful eyes with charisma. Eyes are often called the windows to the soul, reflecting personality and inner thoughts. Eyes that are moderate in size and have a captivating gaze are considered lucky. Women with such eyes are not only likely to have good luck in life but also to marry into wealth. How do women feel about their husbands after an affair? 3 women confess how they feel about their husbands after cheating and being intimate with someone else. Let's listen to the stories of these women and how they faced their husbands after infidelity. Ms. Alice, she met a very handsome man at a colleague's party, and they both felt attracted to each other. Although they were both married, they couldn't resist the strong attraction, and they developed feelings for each other. However, Ms. Alice didn't feel guilty at all. After the incident, instead of feeling guilty, Ms. Alice found her husband repulsive and wanted to get away from him as soon as possible. To her, the relationship with her lover felt real, and she no longer had any feelings for her husband. Ms. Mia met a man while she was on a business trip. They talked, and that night, they had an affair. Afterward, Mia was terrified that her husband would find out, so she kept herself hidden in her daily life, feeling very uncomfortable. She didn't dare to tell her husband about the affair and felt very guilty toward him. Ms. Rachel had been married to her husband for a long time, and the family was very happy, especially when they had children. However, after attending a class reunion, her relationship with her husband completely changed. She met her first love at the reunion, and to her surprise, they crossed the line after drinking too much. Rachel felt extremely guilty afterward and tried to make it up to her husband. Her husband noticed that she was treating him better and had no suspicions, which only increased Rachel's guilt. To this day, she still thinks about it. In conclusion, if you've made a mistake in your marriage, you only have two options: either confess or hide it. One option is to get divorced, and the other is to forgive. This means that once you've done something to hurt the other person emotionally, it may be irreparable. Therefore, we not only need to take responsibility for ourselves but also for our family, our spouse, and our children. What to do to make a marriage less boring? Maintain dating after marriage. Couples often forget to make time for each other because of the daily hustle and bustle. According to relationship experts, this is a major mistake. No matter how busy life gets, couples should make time for themselves. Work can be arranged, and children can be looked after by others, so both partners can have at least one day a week for a date. This will bring freshness and help strengthen the emotional bond. Use this private time to do romantic and unexpected things for each other, or simply go out for dinner, watch a movie, or go shopping. These activities help reinforce the connection between husband and wife. Besides, dating is also a time to talk about any concerns and make decisions together about issues in life. Learn to share and listen. To maintain a lasting marriage, couples must learn to share and listen to each other. Experts say that reducing personal ego, expressing opinions openly, and understanding each other's desires help avoid conflicts in living together. Some studies show that a husband who knows how to yield to his wife makes the family more comfortable and happy. In turn, this behavior encourages the wife to be more thoughtful and act properly, avoiding angry outbursts or unnecessary criticism. Pay attention to appearance. Taking care of your appearance is also an important secret to keeping the relationship fresh. The reason is that a neat and attractive appearance helps maintain interest and affection between partners. For wives, this is particularly important. After marriage and childbirth, many women often neglect themselves, becoming more careless in their appearance, which can cause their husbands to feel bored. If this situation continues, it's not impossible for the husband to seek new excitement elsewhere. Therefore, try to find time to take care of your appearance, creating new and exciting attractions for your partner. Why do women still sleep with their husbands after cheating? Secret confessions of women. Many women, even though they have affairs with other men, still maintain intimacy with their husbands at home. Ms. Helen, 50 years old Helen is afraid that her husband will become suspicious, so she cannot refuse him. Helen, now 50, shares that her husband tends to be very suspicious. Although they are the same age, his health is not as good as hers, and he has been spending less time with her. Feeling lonely and sleepless, she often chatted with strangers over the phone. Recently, she met a man her age whose wife had gone through menopause just like her. They talked and got to know each other for a while before meeting in person. However, Helen's husband is always suspicious, constantly asking where she is and what she's doing. She feels anxious and can't refuse her husband when he wants intimacy because she fears he'll become more suspicious. Other reasons women still maintain intimacy with their husbands. There are many reasons why women continue to live with their husbands even though they no longer love them. One main reason is that it's difficult for women to survive in a society that expects them to have a man by their side. Even after cheating, they still feel the need to rely on their husbands for support and assistance. Loving two people at the same time. Some women love their husbands but feel that their true love lies with someone outside the marriage. This creates a tough decision when they must choose between their husband and their lover. The intense emotions of an affair. Some people cheat but still love their husbands deeply and wouldn't refuse them when they return home. Feeling guilty and wanting to make it up to their husbands. Some women are deeply devoted to their family and their husbands but are easily tempted by men outside the marriage, unable to control their emotions. These women tend to cheat only to satisfy their own desires. After dating their lover, they often feel ashamed when they return home, yet they'll still obediently meet any of their husband's needs.